maybe before we discuss the joint venture that yourself and Agip are into, give us a sense about what this whole gas master plan hopes to achieve. We know that this is a sector that is really not very, it hasn't grown to the extent that we've seen in oil, but a lot of people keep talking about gas and saying that that's like the next opportunity in Nigeria.
Very correct. I mean, gas has not really played its role as a development fuel for Nigeria. And I think about 4 years ago, there was a industry-wide initiative to correct all the ills or all the issues that the sector had.
Right.
We had issues around pricing, appropriate pricing. We had issues around the inappropriate or skewed nature of the infrastructure itself. We also had issues around the bankability of the commercial agreements. A lot also was the creditworthiness of the counterparties in gas, and all of this culminated in what today we've called the Gas Master Plan, trying to find solutions, holistic solutions to all those ills. And I think what we now have is a plan that deals with all those issues. On the infrastructure side, we have some sets of strategic pipelines planned. We have 3 clusters of central processing facilities, of which ours is one. We have a network of pipelines planned, OBOB, Calabar, Jakarta to the north. All of that to at least make the market more flexible and make gas readily available to Nigerians. The ultimate objective is to make gas a catalyst for development for Nigeria, just like oil already played.
Talk to us about this project that yourselves and Agip are getting involved in. I understand it's a gas processing plant.
Yes,
Give us some insight into what
it's a gas processing facility, one of 3. The design of the gas master plan was to have one in each of the central clusters. So we have a central, an east, and a west. The west being in the Focados area, the central being in the Rivers area, and then the east being in the Akwa Ibom, Calabar areas. What we want with ENI is the mandate to develop the central processing facility. Our proposal was to expand the existing Obiafu CPF and make it a brownfield development to take on more capacity. So in the first phase, it will be to debottleneck the existing facility to take it to nameplate capacity, and then the second phase will be to add an additional 600 million scf per day processing capability in the same location.
How much is it all going to cost, and how will it be financed?
Well, it's difficult to put a definite number to it, but ballpark we think is going to be anywhere between $2 to $3 billion. I say so because we're only now commissioning a front-end engineering design that will bring our numbers to plus or minus 10%.
And give us a sense about the market opportunity in Nigeria for gas. Obviously, there is the industrial segment, and of course, there's this whole power reform as well that gas plays a very key role in.
Well, there are big markets for gas in Nigeria. The first, which is what most people know of, is the liquefied natural gas markets, largely for exports. That is progressing and progressing well. As I'm sure you're aware, there's the OK LNG and the Brass LNG being developed, and even the Nigerian National LNG is also increasing its trains. So that is going well. The second market is, of course, power. You're all aware of the shortage that we have in power, and gas to power is a big market. Today, gas domestically uses up to 85% of total gas in play, and that will continue for a long time. But the more important section is really the industrial use. We know that given our gas endowments, then we can start to do a lot in the petrochemicals, in the fertilizer and the methanol space, which is a big industry with significant implications for development, job creation, economic growth generally. Then, of course, lastly, you have the industrial markets. These are people who use gas for process, for their furnaces, for their ovens, everyday light manufacturing companies. So those are 3 critical markets that we think we need to rejuvenate with gas.
All right, we look forward to that. Just give us, maybe in closing, Oando Gas and Power, We know obviously GasLink is should I say the pride and joy of the group, making a lot of money. That's what analysts tell us. What else should we expect from Oando Gas and Power going forward?
Well, we don't know about making money, but clearly Oando Gas and Power is pioneering gas infrastructure in Nigeria. GasLink is our first footprint. GasLink is already doing 100 kilometers of pipeline in Lagos, providing gas to at least 110 industrial customers. We're doing a lot also in the southeast of Nigeria. We're commissioning right now a 128-kilometer pipeline from Akwa Ibom into Cross River. The foundation customer of that will be the United Cement Company of Nigeria, so we're providing gas that way. We're also deploying a lot of compressed natural gas applications across the nation. We put ourselves forward to build at least 100 to 200 kilometers year on year as we go along in the next 10 years. Superimposed on that, we're also building some captive power plants, of which the first was our Kute power plant. And we plan to do all those other developments progressively. And I think for us, it's really about doing gas infrastructure within Nigeria and in the west coast of Africa in the medium to long term.